honorable members of the Parliament, the friendship between Indonesia and Pakistan is not merely for friendship. Indonesia will always remember the support of the people of Pakistan toward Indonesia's struggle for independence. As a token of appreciation, in 1997, the Republic of Indonesia conferred first-class Adipurna Star to Pakistan's father of the nation, Mr. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, for this contribution in supporting Indonesia's independence. Apart from friendship, our two countries have much in common. Indonesia and Pakistan are two countries with the biggest Muslim population. We are member countries of D8. We are OIC member states and non-aligned movement as well. We are the initiators of Asia-Africa Conference, and most importantly, we are both democratic countries. We are the two countries that consistently support the independence of Palestine. In this forum, I would like to call once again for us to continue supporting our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Let us continue supporting Palestine in their struggles. Excellencies, members of the Parliament, Indonesia is the largest Muslim populated country in the world. Around 87% from 260 million people in Indonesia, equal to 226 million population, are Muslim. Apart from being home to the Muslims, Indonesia is also home to Hindu, Catholic, Protestants, Buddhists, as well as the others. Indonesia is a pluralistic country. I am grateful, despite being very plural, with a large number of population and more than 17,000 islands, and with 714 ethnic as well, Indonesia is able to preserve its unity. Unity in diversity, that is our slogan in our life as a nation. We are equally grateful to be able to live our lives as a nation in democratic manner. Most people understand that managing diversity is not an easy thing, neither managing democracy. What we need is commitment, the strong commitment of each nation element, commitment to tolerate in order to maintain plurality, commitment for mutual respect so that democracy could function well. As President, I strongly believe that democracy is the best way serving our people's interests. Democracy provides the space for the people in decision-making process. With democracy, political stability in Indonesia can be maintained. With democracy, economic growth is strong enough, reaching above 5% per year. With democracy, Indonesia's economy become the 20 largest in the world. What I would like to ensure is that economic growth can be enjoyed by all Indonesian people, that fair development remain a priority. Honorable members of the Parliament, the economy of a country, a region can grow if there is political stability and security. Economic activities will never take place if there is conflict or even war taking place. Conflicts and wars will benefit no one. I repeat, conflict and wars will benefit no one. The people, mainly women and children, always become the most impacted ones in conflict and wars. Conflict and war destroy the grand values of humanity, the virtue bestowed by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Hence, it is Indonesia's commitment to maintain world peace and net contribute to peace. Together with ASEAN, over the past 50 years, Indonesia has been working hard to create the ecosystem of stability and prosperity in the Southeast Asia region. Through ASEAN unity and centrality, Indonesia continues to contribute in the creation of stable and prosperous Asia-Pacific region. In a wider region, Indonesia would like to have an ecosystem peace, stability, and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region, making the Indo-Pacific a region of growth for the world. At the global level, just like Pakistan, Indonesia is one of the biggest contributors for the world peacekeeping troops. Indonesia is determined to be true partner for world peace. In the past 2 years, Indonesia has collaborated and provided contribution to resolve differences among countries, provide humanitarian assistance, including in conflict areas, help the preservation of security in the region, overcome various trans-border crimes, including the illicit trafficking of drug and psychotropic substance, human trafficking, and terrorism. Excellencies, Chair, and members of the Parliament, radicalism and terrorism rampant. Not a single country is immune from terrorism. Terrorism attacks took place in almost all countries, including Indonesia and Pakistan. Muslims are the largest in number as victims from conflicts, war, and terrorism. Have a look at this most worrying data. 76% of terrorism attacks took place in Muslim countries. 60% of armed conflict happened in Muslim countries. Furthermore, millions of our brothers and sisters must leave their countries in pursuit of a better living. 67% refugees come from Muslim countries. Millions of young generation lost their hope for the future. This alarming condition in partially caused by internal weakness, even though there are also a lot of external factors. Are we going to let this apprehending condition keep on happening over and over again? If you ask me, I will say no. We must not allow conflict to continue existing in our countries. We must not allow conflict to continue existing in the world. Our respect for humanity should be our guide in our lives as nation. Once again, respect for humanity. Honorable, history taught us weapon and military power will never be able to resolve conflict. Weapon and military powers alone will never be able to create and maintain world peace. Competition, arms race will take stage, continuously creating tensions. Indonesia is a country that underwent conflict. Conflict in Aceh, in Indonesia, for example, took place for more than 30 years. Military approach alone did not resolve the conflict in Aceh. The conflict is resolved through negotiation, through dialogue. For this reason, habit of dialogue must be put forward. It is also the habit of dialogue that makes ASEAN, the association of 10 countries in Southeast Asia, able to be the engine of stability and prosperity in Southeast Asia. I hope that each and every one of us will be the contributor of world peace. Each and every one of us be the effort contributor in prospering the world in the name of humanity, in the name of justice. We must be a part of solution and not be part of the problem. Let us work together for the creation of peaceful and prosperous world in the name of all mankind living in this world. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.